In 1902, at the private Ordrup grammar school where Karen Jeppe studied and worked, the headmaster Frieser read aloud to the teachers an article about distant Caucasus. This article was written by Åge Maja Benediksen. 3 days later, some people from the school went to listen to Benediksen when he was lecturing. He was very much upset and shocked. He ended his talk by a cry for help passed on from an old Armenian. And this very call took Karen to Armenia. In 1902, the orphanage founded by Lepsius in Urfa was in need of workers. Karen was hired by Lepsius to work at the German Orient Mission. Karen took the road to Urfa, first by train to Berlin, then Italy, and then she sailed to Istanbul. She was 27 years old.
I went there to take care of a few children, but I found a whole nation instead.
Karen Jeppe enters Urfa on a donkey. It is a symbolic coincidence to enter the city on a donkey, especially when they saw that people had come out to meet the foreign mademoiselle just arrived from Denmark. Karen had to take care of 300 orphans, organize their upbringing, education and care, and what's most important, to console the children who had lost their parents.
Here is one more group of deportees, nearly 1,000 people. The women who had given birth on the way had thrown the newborns into the river to save them from suffering. Old and sick people were many. However, despite all these hardships, there is something unflinching in the people of Zeytun. These are people with strong backbones.
Despite the danger, she went out in the city and tried to help the deportees as much as she could, at least to console them. She was able to accommodate 20 women and children in the homes of Assyrians. Aleppo was one of the biggest centers of the concentration of deported Armenians. In essence, it was a concentration camp where nearly 100,000 people condemned to death had been assembled. In 1921, Karen Jeppe heads to Aleppo's camp of Armenian refugees. In Aleppo alone, there were 2,000 Armenian women and children forced into Muslim families. In 1921, the League of Nations decides to appoint Karen Jeppe as the Attorney Commissary with the task of Armenian orphan collection and the accommodation of migrants in the Near East.
We got on the road accompanied by Hashim Pasha. I was with my personal car that had the emblem of the League of Nations on it. Pasha was following me with his car. This connection between nations was a rare phenomenon, between the greatest modern organization in the world and the Bedouin Pasha.
Cilicia and Urfa were lost, but Karen Jeppe planted new seeds of life patiently and like a kind-hearted farmer. She did everything to create good relations between refugee Armenians and Arab Bedouins. Because of that, she was able to found the Armenian villages of Tel Armen, Tel Samen, Charpetros, Tina and others in the desert of the Raqqa province. Karen Jeppe also created a search center in Aleppo. Her assistants organized the escape of women and children who had been Islamized by force, jeopardizing their lives. Many among the assistants and those who fled were getting killed. They were being documented, their biographies were getting clarified and written, and then their relatives were being searched. In 1927, the League of Nations closes the cash box for Armenian refugees. Karen Jeppe managed to liberate 1,700 people. From those liberated, 1,534 rejoined their families, while the rest continued to stay in the Home of Salvation in Aleppo. In essence, Jeppe with a few assistants was doing what the Red Cross did during World War II. In 1931, Karen Jeppe leaves for Denmark for the last time. Her trips to Europe mainly had a fundraising purpose. However, the trip of 1931 was the last one. Karen spends a month with her parents and relatives. Before departing, she informs her sisters that she is already 55 years old, and if it turns out that they never see each other again, let them know her wish to be buried in the Armenian cemetery of Aleppo, according to the rite of the Armenian Apostolic Church.